These are my top 10 handmade knits for fall and winter. The pieces I reach for again and again when I want to feel cozy, comfortable and put together. Over the past few years I've been slowly creating a handmade wardrobe, one that feels timeless, intentional and truly me. In this video I'll share how each piece fits into my style, how I mix and match them, and what I've learned about color, quality and patience along the way. And at the end of the video I am going to share one simple trick with you that completely changed how I think about building a wardrobe. Let's get into the outfits. This is one of those outfits that just feels like comfort. My Melanie sweater, a pair of jeans and my calm down socks. I just finished the sweater this fall and it has a very special place in my heart because it's my first hand-spun sweater. I purchased the fiber, which is a beautifully soft merino from Woolen Toe, and then spun it up. Then I applied 2 strands together to create a 2-ply yarn, and this created this beautiful marled effect. The yarn is not perfectly even because I'm not an expert spinner, but I'm totally okay with that. The sweater itself was truly a joy to knit. Melanie is a free pattern by Marjana Kolakczak and I think it's a beautiful and classic design. Since this sweater is made out of a 100% merino yarn, I do expect it to pill over time. I've worn this one a couple of times already, and as you might be able to tell, there is some pilling occurring already here, but I do have to say I'm totally okay with that. This is more of a comfy around the house sweater for me. What I love about this piece is how it fits into my everyday life. It's not a statement knit, it's a comfort knit, the one I reach for when I want to feel cozy. The calm down socks are a perfect companion project. They're easy to knit, but they add that extra touch of handmade warmth that makes this outfit feel extra cozy. The pattern is a design by Isabella Clark, and I test knitted those socks for her. I knit mine in Nutiden yarn from the Swedish yarn company Handmade, and this is an unspun yarn, and you get those plaits that look like this. And I held the yarn double to create my socks, and that way they turned out extra cozy. And I love this super long leg because it gives some extra warmth during those days where you just need this little bit extra cozy. The porcelain damask sweater is one of the more elegant pieces in my wardrobe. I absolutely love the texture on it. It feels classic and elegant, yet cozy to wear at the same time. I knitted it with Knitting for Olive Merino in the colorway Nordic Beach, held together with a strand of a soft silk mohair in the colorway Oat, and I love the cool toned beige this combination created. I like to pair it with these navy soft trousers. This outfit makes me feel polished and like I've put in some effort, even though it's truly basically just a cozy sweater and a pair of pants. My Like a Cloud cardigan is one of my most worn knits of all time. I've styled it in so many ways over the years, but this combination with a red shirt and wool trousers feels particularly cozy for winter. It is very versatile and goes well with lots of different outfits. I really like the open front cardigans in general, as they let the top you're wearing underneath shine as well. This is a design by Hochi Locatelli, and I knitted it in 2018 with a yarn that is completely different from the one that was used in the pattern. Hochi knitted her sample with a silk mohair and an alpaca merino yarn held together, which created a very delicate fingering weight piece. And I chose to knit mine with a rustic Aran weight yarn from Blacker Yarns, and I love the way it turned out. When I wear this outfit, it feels like the perfect balance between comfort and structure, something that I think you could wear to work, but is also comfy enough to, just cozy up in after work. This is one of the outfits that makes me feel most like myself. The Hilja dress has this lovely shape and understated simplicity, and pairing it with the Like a Cloud cardigan just enhances that feeling. It's my go-to combination for cozy weekends or a quiet afternoon at home. I love layering wool tights underneath. It adds both texture and warmth, but it also grounds the look, I think. I love the fact that I can wear my Hilja dress both in the warmer and the colder months of the year, and I just have to put on some additional knitted layering pieces in order to feel comfy during the colder months. This is a beautiful pattern by Ronja Hakaleto, and I knitted it in the recommended yarn, which is Holstgarn Coast, and that's a blend of a cotton and a merino. And you are supposed to hold 2 strands of this yarn together because it's a very light fingering weight yarn, and I chose to hold 2 different colorways together. That's why my version looks a bit heathered, and I absolutely love how it came out. If you're interested in the exact colorway names, I'm going to link them in the description box below for you, along with everything else that I'm mentioning in this video. This outfit is all about layering neutrals and textures. The linen sweatshirt is one of those wardrobe basics I wear constantly. It's a very simple sewing pattern from Grainline Studio, and I've made several versions of it over the years. I've paired it here with the Fleur shawl. The Fleur shawl is a free pattern by Espace Tricot, and it is a very enjoyable mindless knit. I love the vibrant red of mine, not only because it gives this beautiful pop of color on a dark winter day, but also because I naturally dyed the yarn myself using cochineal. In addition, I often throw the Like a Cloud cardigan on top, which adds a second layer of coziness. And the beige trousers keep everything light and tonal. It's the kind of outfit that feels put together without trying too hard. There's something really special about combining hand knit with hand sewn pieces. It just makes the whole outfit feel extra special, in my opinion. This is probably my most dressed up look. My Betty sweater, grey wool pants, and some lipstick. Betty has this elegant structure that gives any outfit a refined touch. It is super lightweight. I made the second to smallest size, and the sweater weighs only 130 grams. It's knitted with a silk mohair yarn, which you hold double on the body and single on the sleeves and the bow. Betty is going to be the sweater that I will be wearing on Christmas this year. The pattern and the yarn were kindly gifted to me as part of a collaboration with the designer of the pattern, Claudia Quintanilla from Unit Toronto. I usually don't wear lipstick on a regular basis, but I just thought it would fit the vibe of this outfit so well. And I also think it's amazing how confident a handmade outfit can make you feel once you put it on. Sweater number 28 might be one of my favorite sweater knits of all time. It's knit in a classic neutral tone that goes with absolutely everything. I combined 2 different yarns, a 100% lace weight cashmere yarn in a cream color that used to be a store-bought sweater that I unraveled, and a beautiful alpaca cashmere silk blend from Hill Country Weavers in an undyed grey is the second yarn that I used. I absolutely love the way it came out, and it's such a soft, drapey and cozy piece. The sweater was also extremely enjoyable to knit, and I love that even simple stitches like these alternating garter stitch and ribbing sections can create something that feels so special. I often just wear it with a pair of jeans and my letterpress socks. That's a cozy everyday combination that never fails me. The letterpress socks is a design by Helen Stewart from Curious Handmade, and this was part of her Handmade Sock Society number 6. This is basically a mystery knit along where you get 6 different sock knitting patterns once per month, so over the course of 6 months, and the letterpress socks were one of them, and I absolutely love the way they came out. The yarn is a merino linen blend, so it's German merino and linen, and I naturally dyed it myself using oak galls. This outfit feels a little bit romantic. The linen dress paired with my beloved Sunday cardigan. The Sunday cardigan is a pattern from Petite Knit, and this is a very special piece in my wardrobe. I knitted it with yarn that I got in Norway, and it's a rustic wool yarn called Ask from the Norwegian brand Hillesvåg, and I absolutely adore this happy shade of pink. I made the cardigan in 2020 and have worn it quite a lot over the years. Unfortunately, I accidentally felted it just a little bit in the washing machine earlier this year and am now thinking about reknitting it. But it's definitely a wardrobe staple for me. The dress is also one of my favorite pieces. Old Linen Mill is a wonderful Lithuanian company that values sustainability and creates timeless classic linen pieces. They have a beautiful collection and I can highly recommend them. The mix of materials in this outfit, so the linen with the wool, gives it a lot of depth and texture in my opinion. I especially like this combination during the colder months, and I think it looks feminine and elegant while still providing the warmth that I need. This is another outfit that I love. The Sunday cardigan again, this time with a simple blue shirt and my gray linen pants, also from Old Linen Mill. It's one of those combinations that I can throw on without thinking. The blue shirt adds a gentle color contrast to the pink cardigan while still staying within my cool-toned palette. It's comfortable, practical, and just feels good to wear. I think that's the beauty of a handmade wardrobe. You end up with pieces that work together naturally. The linen pants are made from a thicker linen, which means I can wear them in the fall as well, and even in the winter if I add a pair of woolen tights underneath. By the way, since I've mentioned Old Linen Mill a couple of times already, I wanted to let you know that I am an affiliate for them. I have used and worn their products over the years and I am truly impressed by the high quality and the craftsmanship of their designs. It is a Lithuanian company and they have a beautiful collection that I'm going to link for you in the description box. And if you do decide to make a purchase through my link, I am going to get a small commission at no extra cost to you. So this is a great way to support my channel. Thank you. And finally, one of my simplest outfits, my gray linden sweatshirt, a soft pink shawl and the same gray pants. It's one of the outfits that I reach for a lot. The pink adds a bit of warmth and softness and I love how the shawl frames the outfit. The pattern is the boho blush from Andrea Maury and this is another one of my hand-dyed yarns. It's also dyed with cochineal, but at a lighter concentration compared to the deep red shawl that I showed you earlier. And again, the linden sweatshirt by Grainline Studio in a speckled gray jersey fabric. I think this outfit is a perfect reminder that handmade garments don't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's the simpler pieces that you wear the most. You might have noticed that most of the pieces that I've shown you already fall into a very specific color category. I have a lot of soft blues, muted pinks, cool grays, and it all feels very cohesive. And this is due to the fact that I had a professional color analysis done earlier this year. And during this color analysis, I discovered that I am a summer type, and here is the color spectrum that suits summer types best. So muted, cool shades, and luckily that is what I was gravitating towards anyway. So it makes my handmade wardrobe feel extra cohesive, I think. So if you're in the process of building your own handmade wardrobe, I can highly recommend that you find out your color season as well. It makes the whole process of choosing yarns, fabrics and colorways so much easier and helps you build a more intentional wardrobe where each and every piece goes together and it all feels very cohesive. No winter wardrobe is complete without some outerwear. I have two coats that I reach for constantly, both classic, warm and easy to layer over all my knits. I have two knitted hats that I alternate between. This is the Musselburgh by Isolde Teak, which I made from a beautifully soft merino alpaca cashmere blend from Nak Yang Yarn. The yarn was very kindly gifted to me by the company. And the other hat is a free pattern called the Trail 4 hat by Claire Borchardt. I have made this hat in 2020 and I've worn it countless times. That's why there are so many pills on it. The yarn is from Ovis etc. and the colorway is called New Jeans and I love that shade of blue. And this is my handbag. It's from Oh My Bag Amsterdam, and I got it for my birthday in May earlier this year. I love how timeless it is and how it pairs beautifully with every outfit. Oh My Bag Amsterdam is a leather producing company that's based in the Netherlands, and I absolutely love the classic timeless pieces that they create, and they have a very strong focus on sustainability and eco-friendly produced leather, which I absolutely love. I have an affiliate link for this company as well, which I'm going to put in the description box for you. I am actually thinking about maybe asking for a second bag for Christmas, because at the moment I only have this one, and for the days where I just want to have a smaller bag, I think they have some beautiful options in their collection. And of course, these are my favorite boots. They might not be the most stylish pair, but I love how cozy and soft they are. They are from a German company called Rhone Moden. I hope you enjoyed getting a closer look at my handmade wardrobe for fall and winter. Every piece in this video represents hours of making and years of wearing. Over time, I've realized that I don't want to just mass produce hand knits in order to finish projects. What I value much more are timeless, high quality pieces that I can reach for again and again, year after year. And each of them tells a little story once I wear them. And I wanted to remind you that if you are in the process of building your own handmade wardrobe, that it is totally okay if it takes time. These things aren't meant to happen overnight. The beauty of creating your own clothing lies in the slowness of the process. And even if you have the best intentions, things don't always turn out the way you were hoping. And I also want to remind you that this is totally fine as well. You can always unravel, reclaim the yarn, and re-knit it into something else. And you can also leave it if you like. Things don't always have to be perfect in order for us to enjoy them. What matters is that you create things that fit your style and your personality, and that you simply feel comfortable and yourself in once you put them on. So take your time, enjoy the process, and let your wardrobe grow with you. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I think you're also going to like my video where I talk more about my color analysis. I'm going to link it for you on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy knitting! Bye!